What is going on? Hello, world. Oh my God. Let me tell y'all, right before I started to do this, I accidentally kicked the shit out of my cat, like really bad, like I thought I heard him. I just spent like the last 30 minutes crying my fucking eyeballs out. I fucking traumatized bitch. I was sick. I thought I heard my baby. Mm, mm, mm. Oh my God. That was just trauma. Just trauma I just went through. Oh my goodness. So if I sound a little congested, bitch, I was just crying. But he's okay. My baby's okay. How y'all doing? I said this is just just me checking out the energy and some things that I, noticed that I thought was interesting. And when I, feel certain vibes, I feel a certain way. It's when I come on. And I don't know. It's I know I heard. I don't remember where because, like I said, I just be listening to stuff online, and sometimes I don't really pay attention to like the name of the channel or like who's saying it. And I'm just like hearing what certain things that get said. But somebody was saying like they're saying like there's an actual purge happening in California, and I heard multiple people say this. That's somebody's reporting. I don't know if it was on the news or, um, and I don't want to say official news channels because to me, even official news channels can be bogus. But somewhere on the news, I heard. Plus, there were other people talking about it, and this particular these particular vibes around uh, this new year are particularly interesting, and untie. I'm gonna try to tie everything into the purge. So we have, our annual New Year's ritual, and again, how people want to celebrate, these solstice, winter solstice holy days. That's up to you. And a lot of us, we're used to certain things. You grew up in this country. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. You know, it's all holiday time, and we're used to you know doing certain rituals, even if we don't necessarily understand them. And to me, the root of all those things, is the worship of nature. Like I said, the celebration of the solstice. There's the winter solstice and the summer solstice, and usually, you know, melanated people, for us, we celebrate the new year in the spring. But again, a solstice holiday is a solstice holiday. I'm not here to say whether you're right or wrong for celebrating New Year's Eve. I could give two shits. But I do want to make people aware of, again, these solstice energies are, whether it's the summertime, because it's popping in the summertime too. And sometimes the energy is even more intense and more um, aggressive in the summertime. But again, a solstice celebration, a solstice holiday is whatever you call it. But be aware that during these times, again, there are people funneling your energy from you. And I've been saying this for a while, and it's more and more manifest. The new Matrix movie made that very clear. I want a check. I want my fucking check. I want my check. Because the Matrix got that from me. I've been the one telling y'all, people are stealing y'all energy and using y'all emotions to get y'all worked up. That was me. Anyway. Y'all hire me for my services. I want my check. So anyway, one of the ways we get trapped, speaking of the Matrix, one of the rituals, that continues to pull us back in is this New Year's Eve 3-2-1 ritual. I call it the 3-2-1 ritual. Y'all call it New Year's Eve. I call it the 3-2-1 ritual. The 3-2-1 winter solstice ritual. To keep you dialed back in the past, to keep you stuck and counting backwards. And like I said, again, you get to it. It's all about perspective. And I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, understand how certain things, people use certain things to manipulate certain things, is what I'm trying to say. Like I said, New Year's roll around and you still want to, stay up to midnight and count backwards. Like I said, and especially if you're in the spiritual community, okay? This is mainly for the babies. It's for the spiritual newbies, because some of the elders won't tell y'all. A lot of them is fucked up, but they won't tell y'all nothing, and they know y'all be out here doing shit, and y'all and won't guide you through it or nothing. But midnight to 3 a.m. is prime witchcraft hours. That's prime spiritual work hours right there. And to stay up at midnight, like I said, the beginning of witching hours, counting backwards. Like I said, some people see shit in numbers. Some people see shit in numbers. If you see things in numbers, what I'm saying is true. This is the 3-2-1 ritual. And I don't like to go deep into detail, because like I said, it's a lot of people that act like they don't listen, and they do, and all they do is take my shit and act like they said the shit. So I'm gonna keep it basic. But that's a ritual and a trick. Like I said, how you celebrate it is how you celebrate it. Like I said, you want to stay up and, because it turns midnight on that particular day. If that's how, if you feel like your new year starts then, hey, happy new year. Happy fucking new year. Like I said, I don't want to get into like what people shouldn't be doing. If it works for you and it feels good for you, okay. But also know on, that night, if I were you, and if you are spiritual, you should be doing spiritual things instead of just turning up. That's a prime time for you to be protecting your energy and doing work to protect your energy. But again, it's still a lot of orchestrated energy around the New Year's Eve 3-2-1 ritual. A lot of symbolism gets dropped. And like I said, a lot of people are reviewing, going backwards. Like I said, that's the time of going backwards. Like I said, Pete, that's how you get stuck back in. And like I said, this is how they keep you in these loops, and the same shit happens over and over again, and somehow people don't seem to notice. Even though you're going backwards and reviewing the year, eventually nobody remembers it, and everybody, goes about their business. for me, like I said, if there's work, spiritual work that you want to do on New Year's Eve, let it be focused on forward momentum instead of the reviewing of the past. You can do that at any time in the year. Like I said, I know for certain people, like I said, this is like orchestrated um, symbolism, orchestrated things. Like certain people have to, like I said, go back and review the year. Like I said, but again, people get in their feelings when you speak on certain things. And it's like, I'm just saying what it is. I'm not saying what people should and shouldn't do. Because I love New Year's turn up too, but I'm not doing anything. Look, these fucking uh, viruses and shit is every fucking where. I wouldn't recommend going somewhere right now. Like I said, this shit ain't over with. It ain't going to be over with for a while. So, but don't get in your feelings. Just listen to what I'm saying. Just listen. But that's how people get loop back in. Like I said, and there are specific people doing that for a specific reason, for a specific agenda. Like I said, there are symbolisms and messages that get dropped around this time of the year by people reviewing certain highlights, of certain energies. Like I said, there's definitely like a symbolic showing of um, the way the energies have been manipulated and altered throughout the year. But again, personal tip, whatever your celebrations are, don't don't forget to include your plans for the future instead of just don't get me wrong, celebrate and be grateful for whatever has happened and whatever has passed, but also focus on your future. But back to New Year's. New Year's. Like I said, there's a particular push to get certain symbols out there, get certain messages out there. And what I found very interesting is very interesting. Like I said, very 3, 2, 1, bitch. Three motherfucking 2. The the chain of events that happened around New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. We had Glizzy Maxwell, who got convicted. And I need for y'all to appreciate how big this is. I really need for y'all to appreciate the significance of these chain of events. I really need y'all to just like really kind of take some time and really see what was popping off here. Glizzy gets convicted. And we have not heard the last. I said we are not hearing the last of nothing. The shit is falling down around us. Like it's just all fucking crumbling. Like let the shit go. Got no fucking choice at this point. We have no choice at this point. We don't have no choice because niggas wanted to vote. You know what? Let me leave that alone. Glizzy gets convicted. Betty White dies. Betty the White Witch dies. Rest in peace. And the most iconic pimp of all time, Max Julian, the Mac, died. Now, whether he was a pimp in real life doesn't matter. I'm talking about the symbols and the messages used around these holy days. Okay? Look at the significance of that. All of this shit is in with days of each other. And Betty White and the Mac, like literally one right after the other. Like one died, the next day the other one died. Understand, because so many people caught foul when Epstein got killed. So many people caught foul. So many people was like, that man did not kill himself. Fuck what you heard. And so Glizzy's still alive. Interesting. And she gets convicted. This white woman gets convicted. This white pedophile predator woman gets convicted. And Betty White dies. The golden girl, the golden white witch. And don't get in your feelings about this. Betty White was definitely an icon, and she was a comedic genius. That was one of the funniest bitches I ever heard in my fucking life. She was a comedic genius. But we talking about the fucking industry here, okay? Let's separate the personality. Let's separate the personalities that you've seen on screen. Because who's on screen isn't who people are, okay? And let's just be honest. We're talking about the entertainment industry. And yes, she's talented. Yes, she was, like I said, she's a comedic genius. She was a comedic genius. But we're talking about that fucking industry. We're talking about Glizzy Maxwell's here. We're talking about accomplices. We're talking about people that had a long run in that industry of trafficking. And for a long time in that industry, if you had money, it wasn't called trafficking. I don't know what they fucking called it, but it wasn't trafficking. And Betty White was in that industry from the black and white fucking days. She had a lifetime in that industry, a lifetime. And you don't get to stay in that industry and stay successful and stay working that fucking long. Coming from the era that she came from, if you wasn't out here playing your part as a woman, and they already was letting you know when he was throwing fucking Nancy Reagan's panties all out in the fucking mix. That's what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to let y'all know that those white women back in the day wasn't doing nothing but hoeing and trafficking each other. That was how you got put on back in the fucking day. It was how you stayed the fuck on. Like I said, all this Me Too shit and people getting arrested and all this, like this is a lifetime buildup. A long, long time. There's a YouTube clip of Patrice O'Neal on the Opie and Anthony show, and he's going in about the business. And if you listen to that, that might give a little bit more clarity to what I'm saying. Listen to that clip. And at some point, I'll share it on my Facebook page. I'll share it on my Facebook page because I didn't put the link in this StreamYard, and I don't feel like doing it. I'll just share the video. But that will give you a little bit more clarity into what I'm saying, if what I'm saying isn't quite kicking in. Like I said, we're talking about that industry. And it should be clear now that what that industry was built on and what it's been running on for a long time. And let's not forget also Britney Spears being freed from that conservatorship. Also not happening not that long ago. Again, I just like to connect the dots. I just like to connect the dots. It's because it's a lot of things. There's so many things happening. People, want to think it's like just one thing with one solution. It's a lot of things that need a lot of solutions. And that's why so many things are changing. That's why so many things are changing. And change is uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Y'all ain't gonna do shit no way. But adapt. So whatever. Like, people really make it seem like, it's people, everybody wants to blame each other. It's like we're all to blame. There isn't one side. There isn't a side to choose. There isn't a side to take. All this shit is fucked up. It was all built on just a lot of just weird, sick shit. But these are interesting connections that I would, like I said, vibes that I'm feeling. Like I said, rest in peace to Betty White. Like I said, like I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being honest. You know how many old white women is in that industry? And I bet you can't name too many of them. But we all know who Betty White is. Black, white, whoever. We all know. We all know who Betty White is. So many. So many, like I said, so many women in that industry with careers longer and more illustrious than hers. And I promise you, you can't think of who they are. But you know who Betty White is. Like I said, you do your history on that industry. And what the expectation of women and children were. And the fact that she, like I said, was successful in that horrible ass industry for that long lets me know all I need to know. And like I said, you can another person in that industry a long time was what is her name? She was real successful at interviewing people. What is that lady's fucking name? You see what I'm talking about? I can't even think of this lady's name, but I know exactly who Betty White is, and I never forgot Betty White's name. Barbara fucking Walters, another one. And I remember on The View they had Corey Feldman on there, and he was talking about pedophilia in the industry, and Barbara Walters got in her feelings, like bitch, this is the industry that I have thrived on. Like, this industry gave me my whole life. How dare you come in here and try to tear down the success that these men built for themselves? Like, she was really like in her feelings, and it's like, what about these kids? I said these women were more than happy to play their part. They were more than happy to sleep their way to the top and bring little girls with them. So when all this shit is falling and all this, I don't have any feelings about it. I don't have any feelings about it. And if Betty White is who I think she is, like I said, I'm not talking about her characters. I'm not talking about her talent. Like I said, the spirit realm is very real. Like I said, watch the movie Flatliners, and I'm writing some articles about that. But watch the movie Flatliners was a fucking classic. That's an 80s classic. About these doctors who were trying to figure out how to, perfect the process of bringing somebody back from the dead. And they realized that once they crossed over, once they died and they came back, whatever sins or transgressions they had done in their life had come back to haunt them. And bitch, first of all, watch that movie for when Billy Mahoney bitch, watch that movie for the way Billy Mahoney whoop Keith Sutherland. He whooped Keith Sutherland's ass. ran a drill on that nigga, bitch. Oh my god. That's that's I have very dark humor and certain shit be funny to me that I know it probably wasn't intended to be funny, but the shit is funny to me. If Flatliners had some of the most hilarious scenes in that movie, that little black girl came back to get her revenge. She's going just go watch Flatliners. Just go and watch because it's a classic. For one, I love classic '80s movies, so it's entertainment on that alone. But them scenes when the shit that they did came back to haunt them, came back to that's some of the best shit ever. Why if you are like me and you like classic '80s movies, go watch Flatliners and laugh at that shit. And I said it's not a comedy; it's actually a scary kind of movie, but if you're like me, the shit is funny. But oh, you all right, mama? Yeah. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's about who people really are, and some people, when in that movie when you know their sins or their transgressions or the things that they did to hurt people, they had to make an account for that. You don't go to the other side and then come back and think, the process of cleaning your soul, has to take place. And those spirits sit there waiting like hungry wolves to eat that shit, like to eat up people that think that they gonna fucking get over on them. It's just like it's not happening. And a lot of these old white women got bounties, spiritual bounties on their fucking heads. How the hell they've been raising and doing it under this fucking innocent, I mean well bullshit. What's there's another old white woman that the spirits are saying they come, they want her. Well, it's another old white activist. Again, I pick up. It ain't just what I see on TV that I pick up about people. What's that old white lady name? Activist Jane Elliott. I might be wrong. Jane Elliott. I think that's her name. They want her in the spirit realm. they want to tear her hair off. Now everything ain't what it seems. Like I said, y'all like to think, money and seeing people on TV is all it take, and they got to be good people, or they got to be down, and it's anybody. I'm focusing on these old white women because this is the tease that's going down right now. Like I said, Glizzy Maxwell. Don't ask me to ever try to pronounce her actual name. I don't know how. I would need her to say that shit in order for me to fucking know. Glizzy Maxwell, that old bitch. All these old white women and shit like that is finally getting exposed for all the shit that they've been doing. And everybody, that like I said, it's not just them. But I'm focusing on them because that's what the vibes are right now. So get out your fucking feelings. I talk shit about every fucking body. All this shit is fucked up. All of it. I don't care who you are, black, white, Asian, Latino, all this shit is fucked up. Let it all go. Let all this shit fucking fall down. Most of these people, all y'all is fucking weirdos. I don't care what race you in. But those are the vibes. It's these spirits is looking for a lot of these old white women. And they said a lot of people swear they gonna get over. People swear they get over. Like I said, I haven't taken the time to even check the energy to see, but why they would have ripped that old white lady head off, that Jane Elliott. But apparently, you know what? I gotta learn how to just be quiet and not go in, because like I said, it is not. I don't have a problem saying nothing, but my issue is, like I said, people dick ride my shit and then turn around and make it seem like they said, something that, and don't get me wrong, all of my platforms is to disseminate information. Whether it's mine or something else that I saw on the internet and I share it, all of my platforms are just to share content about spirituality and activism, period. Period. So yeah, there are people, who's like memes I'll share or videos that I'll share, but again, I'm sharing information and I'm never making it seem like I came up with this information or I made those videos or anything like that. Like I said, I'm just a platform sharing information because for me, information is free. Now, my services, yes, you can pay for my spiritual services. But when I'm giving out information, information is free. And I give out plenty of breadcrumbs and books and videos and articles and shit like that so people can research the shit for themselves because information is free. So I'm not here to, to make it seem like, I don't share other people's, information or content. I do. But like I said, my platform is to do that. Whether even my own content, other people's content, if people, are saying things that I think need to be shared or information is in it that I think people would find useful, then that's what I do. But like I said, I'm never making it seem like I came up with certain things that I didn't, or I'm not going to listen to somebody's video and then damn near word for word say the same fucking thing. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm not even gonna give anybody the satisfaction. But what I'm saying is, it's not always about. It's like I said, it's about the information. It's like I said, and sometimes I have to be careful because, like I said, people are not just sharing what I'm saying. Some people, like I said, are making it seem like this is how they feel, and they came up with it, and that's something different. Like I said, that's different. That's appropriating. Is different than just sharing. And I'm not always the best at like tagging people and all this because sometimes, like I said, look, the shit has been shared a million fucking trillion times. Like I said, when you put content out there, you're putting it out there for people to see it. For people to see it. So like I said, I put my content out there for people to see it. I want people to share it. But I don't want anybody then taking this live and then putting their name on it and making it seem like this is their thoughts. So don't take my name out of it. That's why I try to put my name on things. Give people credit, like I said, which is what I do. This is why I share, like I said, books and share other people's content. But it's about the information. It's all about the information. The cat in the way. She made me lose my train of thought. But anyway. Back to New Year's. Like I said, trying to tie all this together. And bitch, I'm the most high for a reason, okay? I smoked, right before I did this to calm down. Like I said, I thought I hurt my cat. So bear with me. But if anybody, I know I'll be all over the place when I talk. Like I said, I'll be high sometimes or whatever. But, I'm making valid points. You know what I'm saying? If you want clarity about something, reach out and get the clarity that you need. Whether if it's not making sense, trust me, talk to me and I can make it make sense for you. But anyway, I say all those things to say that right now, like I said, the vibes, the spiritual vibes that I'm picking up is, certain white women are up on the chopping block when it comes to the spirit realm. Like I said, sometimes it might take a while for certain things to unfold, because like I said, people play a lot of spiritual games and try to divert and manipulate the energies, but it's just a matter of time before those energies right themselves and come knocking. And like I said, to line up these energies, like I said, Maxwell's conviction, Betty White dying, and Max Julian also dying. And just the death of that energy. Like I said, that's, the death of the polarization of masculine and feminine energy, the pitting against each other. The toxic, uh, brutal masculinity that forces women to be toxic and brutal. And it forces our children to be dysfunctional. And it's old and it's outdated. Like I said, we are a twilight world passing through, being birthed into a new world. And a lot of, just a lot of old ways, a lot of things that were forced to be normal, are falling away. These energies have been shifting for a long time, and so many people just wanted to, ignore it and normalize it. But everything's changing. Let it go. Let it go. And like, we are more and more in it. Like, we're in the portal. Like, it's literally like being in your mother's vagina, like being, and this was another reason why I really try to urge people to slow down right now. There are a lot of spiritual phenomena happening that may not be on a lot of people's radar, but it still doesn't mean that's not happening. So slow down, because like I said, the energies are different and they're shifting. And like I said, we're moving through spiritual things that can't be seen with the naked eye. It's a very sensitive time right now. So especially to all my empaths and mediums and psychics, like I said, I send y'all energy, and I we in this together. We in it to win it. So you know, I send y'all healing energy, and y'all send me healing energy. You know, and it's beautiful. But this is a sensitive time right now. Don't be afraid to take the time to slow down. Don't be afraid to do whatever it takes for you to feel like you need to feel. When a lot of people are, a lot of things are coming up for people, a lot of emotions are coming up for people. Like I said, the energies are shifting us. And some people, and especially men, this is why a lot of times I end up directing some of the things that I'm saying to the fellas, because this energy is going to affect y'all differently than it affects us. Not to say that women won't be affected by it, but men will be affected by it more, because a lot of y'all have been so closed off emotionally that when these chakras or these places in your emotions start to come up, to come out, it's going to feel difficult for a lot of y'all. And for some of y'all, the opening of that heart chakra. Some of y'all got so much shit that y'all are just angry about, that men are just fucking angry and toxic about. It'll fucking kill you if you don't know what it is. If you don't, and you don't try to get help to let these new energies come through you, come up out of you. Like I said, I'm not trying to get famous. That shit is dying any fucking way. Anybody still trying to be famous, you're a fucking idiot. What else? It's like I said, what else do y'all need to fucking see? I was just watching that this movie called The Congress with Robin Wright Penn, and she's another amazing actress. But that movie came out and it detailed to y'all how they are getting rid of actors, and like that whole industry, that whole business is fucking done. They'll take people's essence. If you want to be famous, go ahead. But they're going to take your essence and they'll use your image and your likeness to be famous. And you got to go somewhere and sit the fuck down. We're not looking at humans in these movies anymore. Know that. We are not looking at human beings in these movies anymore. It's all technology. Why are y'all still trying to get into that industry? You can be talented and have a gift and without, you know, relying on these fucking weird corporations to, and I like I said, all they do is exploit people. Stay true to your art. Stay true to your gift and your calling, especially at this time. Stop doing shit for fame. That shit is dead. It's dead. It's something that's not, like I said, let shit go, y'all. It's a lot of stuff that people really just need to let the fuck go of. And this celebrity worship is one of them. Let that shit go. We're not looking at humans anymore. Let it go. Stop trying to be the new next anything. Because the higher up you go, like I said, they'll take it, write you right out of fucking existence. I said, look into technology. If you have a genuine talent, you like to act, you like to sing or whatever, even sports. And this is the problem because y'all always take your talent and hand it off to people for a fucking check. And it's never worth it. The exchange is never worth it. You don't understand who you are. You don't know that you're valuable. Yeah, no, yeah. So many things are changing, but that movie was definitely very interesting. I said that check your intentions for people who really feel like, they want to act, they want to sing, whatever it is, you want to play ball. Really think about what your intentions are and what outcome you really see for your talent and the things that you're passionate about. And that should not be tied to fame and exploitation. Redefine your goals, rethink what it is you want to do with your talent and your gifts and your abilities. And stop paying attention to these celebrities. Like I said, you don't know who they are. You don't know what they've done. You don't know what they're capable of. And like I said, in that industry, and the industry built on predation and exploitation, you're a fool to think that good things are happening. But like I said, New Year's should be about looking forward and not counting backwards and looking back over uh, the past. You got every day to do that. and you also got every day to look forward. So the point is, at certain times for spiritual people, like I said, this isn't for regular people because like I said, y'all are the ones that always got the smart fucking comments. For spiritual people, New Year's Eve is not the time to be looking backwards and counting backwards. That is the time to be looking forward and planning forward. Ironing out the things that you want to manifest, ironing out the things about your life, things about your mind and your personality that you want to get right and improve on. Good time to get readings. And not from these bullshit ass, fake ass tarot readers and bullshit ass spiritual community. Because you learn how to move forward with people helping you get clarity about certain things. But speaking of moving forward, the vibes are for 2022, and I'm not doing um, zodiac readings for January. Like I said, for me, January is a month of looking forward, moving forward. I may do like a general um, reading, but that's about it. I'm not doing individual signs um, this month. I may not do anything. Like I said, I just I might just focus on me and just like I said, finish out the the solstice month, the end of winter. Like I said, just focus on me and um, get my energies together. I may do something, but it's looking like I probably won't. Like I said, I may just come on here and just talk shit for the month of January, and that's it. I really don't know. I really don't see me doing any readings uh, um, for January. Like I said, like I said, I'll focus on individual readings if people want a reading from me about you know getting clarity on their life and for the new year or whatever. I'm doing that. I'm doing individual readings for people, but I'm not going to be on here all like that, putting up readings. Um, yeah, that's like I said. This month, I'm not putting up any um, zodiac sign readings, and like I said, the way that I'm thinking, I probably won't put up any readings at all. Like I said, I'll just be up on here. Um, Talking about the vibes that I'm feeling and for January, and that's about it. It's like I said, this is a month for me to like really go in, focus, and really plan. And like I said, the only readings I'm going to be doing are for individual people. So if you are interested, you want a little clarity for how the next 6 months are going to go, please hit me up to get some clarity about that, about some things. Um, but yeah, the only thing I can say is for right now is I just really feel like this year is just um, more things shifting, more shifts, more changes, and you know, that goes without saying. Like that's just common sense. Like you don't need to be a psychic to know that. But um, I don't want to make it seem like it's doom and gloom. But things change. Just that's I'll just put it that way. Things change, and to me, things are changing for the better. But that's me. Somebody else might feel like these changes are fucking horrible. Depends on your perspective, depends on your beliefs, depends on your core values. But to me, I feel like things are going to change for the better for a lot of people, specifically women. Um, so, you know, I just see 2022, like I said, before things change, there's always some resistance. So there's still a lot of focus for people to focus on, like, and really believe what they see on TV and what they see, you know, mass media and official media channels trying to pump out. But um, it's not going to be about that. Like I said, there are things that are above some of the things that we know and above some of the things that we believe. And like I said, there are a lot of things changing spiritually that we will feel and see right here in the physical. So again, just look for, you know, more changes to everything. Look for changes to foundational things. Look for changes to institutional things. And Christians, some of y'all really y'all need to, if you're a Christian and you are just getting to a place where, you know what, it's like you don't want to let go of your beliefs, but you also can't deny that things are changing. Please hit me up. Let's talk about it. Even if you have, if you're a Christian and you have a platform, let's talk about it. It's just to a point where we need to dialogue and not be so quick to say what's right and what's wrong. I really want to start, um, putting my head together with Christians that really want to move forward in what they believe. And I want to help with that. Like I said, I know that I am here to help people transition through this new time, through this twilight world. I'm called to help people transition into the new world. I said that's why I don't do this to try to get famous. First of all, my YouTube shit is shadow banned, so but like I said, it's not for me to. Like I said, I don't want to make it look, all glitzy and glamorous. Like I said, I'm just here to help people transition to things that, you know, because it's hard to change your mind about something. Like I said, when you have core beliefs, it can be a form of trauma in a way. And sometimes I want to be petty and be like, fuck them Christians. They should have listened when I was fucking telling them when I was in the church and I was trying to tell these niggas all this shit was gonna fucking happen. But you know what? I'm older now. I'm a little, more mature now. Whatever. We'll talk and discuss. But them too. I bring up Christians because again, it's about letting go. It's about letting, things that we once believed in that were harmful to us, like acknowledging that, it's hard to let go. And, within time, and if we have give ourselves grace and compassion, you know, because we really need to learn how to change without ridicule and shame. And a lot of that came from the church. A lot of the behaviors that we have came from the Christian church. That paternalistic, brutal, you're going to go to hell, you deserve to be punished, God did this to you, God ain't playing with you. Like, so many of us grew up just completely afraid of God or afraid of anything spiritual. And not that, sometimes, spirituality can't be a little intimidating or scary at times, but there's nothing scarier and nothing more horrific than what human beings do to other human beings. I've been a psychic all my life and a medium all my life. And I can tell you hands down when people do horrible things and they'll say it was spiritual. But these are people that are just so insane they can't take responsibility for their own behavior. It has nothing to do with anything spiritual. The devil didn't make them do it. They just can't admit that it's somewhere in their mind they were capable of doing these things. So they create the devil, or they create God, whoever is going to do what they can't do. Christians need to deal with them personality disorders. Like I said, y'all gonna be reaching out to me. I'm gonna work with y'all. I'm gonna get y'all right. But anyway, on that note, like I said, I'm going to go because, like I said, I am still traumatized that I hurt my baby, I hurt my cat, and like I said, I need to get my shit together. But I want to make sure my baby is okay. Make sure I don't have to take him to the vet. And I'm going to keep apologizing and crying to him because I love him so much. Yeah, I'm a crazy cat lady, Ann. Ann? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go check on my baby. And like I said, those are the vibes. You're not going to hear much from me this month. Like I said, I may come on here and talk shit about what I'm vibing about, but that's about it. I'm not doing any readings. If you want a personal reading, hit me up. But other than that, those are the vibes. I will talk to y'all later.